Hello, guys. Hello, welcome back to Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. I was just currently working on my builds, and I was trying to, try to min max things. Um, and I just came up with an epiphany. I don't know if there's a video out on it yet. I don't think there is. There's a lot of um, things that can help min max, right? So if we go to mastery traits, there's these things with damage cap percentage per basic stats, right? I don't think I don't know. It's not going to be like you're not gonna put everything on basic stats. So I think you're also gonna have to be putting stuff on defense and support, which this also helps out. There's also a I don't think this is actually needed because you're always going to I don't know, for my experience, I've always been damage cap. But there is this other thing, which is defense, right? Per defense or support, and HP per defense and support. So, um, crit you're not gonna want really, right? Because you're always gonna be crit. So, the only thing that you're gonna really need for like your support sigils. So if we go here, oh god. So this is your basic stats. So oh god, take this off. These are your basic stats. Attack, which you're always going to be damage cap, so you won't need crit hit rate. I don't think you're going to need. I don't have anything equipped aside from my overmasteries, but I'm already over cap. So, and I think I have 10% on my imbue, but there's other ways that you can get it. Like if you're low on crit rate, you can always put some masteries trait into there, right? So the only thing that you're gonna really need is HP and stun power. More likely HP because I'm also like close to cap with stun power. So that's really up to you on how many you want to put on like the basic stats so you can like do your cap. The other ones are defensive support, which helps you survive, right? So the thing is, what I just figured out is apparently there's three basic necessity skills that you can't flip, which is Spartan Echo, Berserker Echo, and War Elemental. Those are always going to be on the top. So you have to look at this symbol, right? So this is your basic, and then this is your support, and then the defensive is blue. You can do the attack, right? But like I said, you're always mostly likely always going to be capped already, even without equipping any damage stuff, buffs, right? So, but you can't flip Spartan Echo, you can't flip Berserker Echo, you can't flip War Elemental. But you can flip the newer ones. Damage cap you can flip, right? So you want to try to minimize the. I mean, like you don't want really the damage. It's an attack sigil. The Celestial, Nyx, Lumen, Terra, Ventus, Incendo, Aqua, Fatebreakers. Those can be flipped. So what does that mean? So dude, Gamma might actually go. The Lucilius sigils might actually go because I mean the the shield helps, right? But if you can increase your health by getting a defensive sigils, and you can forego this or whatever, or you can max out your health or max out your stun, right? And then that's 40% of your damage cap. So Gamma only gives you like 30% if you have two. If you have another health and drain, even though you go over like your limit for health and drain, if you have two of those or whatever, you still get 40%, right? And then you add on defensive sigils like the Aegis and greater Aegis, you'll get more health. So the 50k I believe that you get from the shield won't really matter. I don't think so. I haven't really tried it. I had an epiphany and I had to get this out as soon as possible. But you do want to flip these, right? And you want to try to like minimize the damage cap that you're gonna put on your character, right? So I have my warpath with damage cap, so I put that, and I was able to get rid of one damage cap. And what I did with that was, just to make this a little bit easier. Oh no, not the Spartan Echo. So what I did with that is I flipped my Terra and my Lumen, right, to a defensive, because I mean it'd be better with a basic, so I can get damage cap. But right now I'm sort of like threading the line of damage cap. I'm like at one. It fluctuates between 98 to like 105 or something. So I think that's fine. So I don't think I need any more damage cap for now until I can like figure out what other where else I'm gonna get damage, right? But the other thing that I unlocked yesterday was the awakening for my Terminus. So this gives damage cap also. So I'm guessing once this is fully transcended or awakened, it's gonna have 15. So what does that mean? I can try to get rid of this and get like a sigil that has like a either a support or a basic, right? It really depends what I need. If I'm not reaching my, if I'm like way over my damage cap, then I'm gonna go with another health maybe, right? Because I think I'm really close to my cap for stun, so I can't really do another stun power or health. I can do health because you always need more health, so I can do another health with Fatebreaker, right? And that would give me another 20%. So any basic skills that you equip, it has to be on the top slot. Because I was yesterday, I was trying to figure out how come I'm not getting like 100 10,000 HP for these defensive ones that I have, the Aegis. It has to be flipped. So it has to be the actual symbol. So this symbol for defense and support. This is the support. This is the basic skills. So yeah, I all in all, I think in the long run, Lucilius sigils are gonna be gone. Really, I don't think you'll need Lucilius sigils. I mean, I think it's still worth having, maybe, especially for maybe alpha, if it gives you the SBA, right? But other than that, I think the gamma might just go away because you could just build health and basically if you put 2 support, you'll get 40% instead of the 30% for the gamma. With the alpha, you get 50%, but that's only on normal attack. So that's really up to you on what you want to build. But that's the way I am going. Maybe in the future, they'll let us synthesize Spartan Echo, Berserker Echo, and War Elemental, so you can flip those and then you'll get other sigil space, right? But right now, it's really the newer ones. So once I get my Terminus weapon fully awakened or transcended, then I'm gonna be equipping that, and then that's gonna give me another damage cap, which lets me do a synthesis for the Fatebreaker, and I'm gonna try to put the Fatebreaker on the bottom. Like I said, I depends on what I need, either a stun or an HP. That's gonna give me an extra 20%, or I could just do another defensive sigil, right? Either Aegis or uplift, defense or support, and that's gonna give me health and defense. I think I only get yeah, I showed you guys that, but yeah, hopefully that helps, because I just figured that one out like before I started this, and I was like, I need to get this out. so that people sort of don't waste time sort of like building. Because I think this is my third remake and then remake of my build for my vein, and I was like beating my head on how come I'm not getting, because you don't see the damage, right? You don't. Somebody told me I needed more health, so you don't see the damage cap really until you like do your go to the training dummy dummy or whatever, but which is sort of tedious. But the quickest one that you can see is health. So when I tried to, where is it? Uh, no, that's not the one. That's not the one. Where is it? Where's the health? Oh, here. So when I was trying to get rid of arm destruction stun power because I was trying to max out my stun. So I was like, maybe that's not that good. So I was trying to put this. So like my health was what, 150 now. I do have 2 defensive and support slash support. So if I put this, I should be 17,000 now, right? Ah, 170,000. My health should be 170,000. Oh, 180,000. So yeah, now it works. So yeah, the the symbol is what matters. So if you have like something like Berserker Echo Uplift, the uplift doesn't get anything. You don't get any bonus from the uplift. So I know this gives me these two. These two gives me health like 20%, but of course Aegis and Greater Aegis works on percentage. So you increase your health by 20%, you add a little bit more. So that's why my math is a little bit wrong. And then the basic skill should be giving me 40% cap, right? Once I get rid of Fatebreaker, really depends on what I need. If my cap is a little bit higher, I'm gonna put another basic skills in there, maybe health, because I'm like really close to capping my stun, right? That's only 6. That's gonna be a waste. At least the health I can put a lot more. Or I could do attack. I don't know, because attack's just gonna it's not gonna be the 20%, but whatever. It's gonna increase my damage. I don't know what's good. There's a lot of damage cap things that I can do. So even though I'm over like one, like a normal cap or something, and I haven't even worked on my summons yet, where I think I'm only working on like 30% summons. I've seen the 50%, but the 50% that I have isn't, the secondary trait isn't really that good. It was like one of something, I forgot what it was, divergence maybe, and then it had 50% attack, but I replaced that with like something with the higher level. I think it was regen 10 or something like that. I forgot, and it's like 30% normal attack instead. But like I don't know, I sort of want to balance the normal with skills and the skybound cap, which that's why I was like, I'm okay with dropping normal attack, because um yeah, I didn't really have a lot of skills. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully this helps a little bit. I know it's a little bit incoherent, because it might be because I'm just, dude, I just want to get this out right now. I'll work on something to improve it basically, but all in all, um, dude, the thing is I was supposed to go through this again. But yeah, you might not need Lucilius, you might not need Lucilius sigils the further you get into like true end game, right? Once you're done farming everything up. Because like I said, 2 gamma gives you 30%, but if you max out your health or your stun, like, right, I don't care if I only spend like 5%, that's still gonna give me 40% 40% damage cap with the mastery trait. So Lucilius might go away, and always flip your Fatebreaker, right? Your Celestials, flip those, because you don't need them to be an attack sigil. You want them to be either a basic skill or a defense support sigil, right? Um, with the basic skills, the basic stats, you get damage cap 20% per sigil, and then for the defense health one, the defensive support one, you get 20k health per, and you get there's the defense one. Sorry, it's not on top of my head. I don't know it. I think it's 6% per. Yeah, 6% per. So you'll, dude, survivability. Let me tell you, you take a lot of damage. So you want your health high. But with the terminus, as long as your health is above 200,000, which I'm basically scraping that, right? And there's ways to drop my health. So yeah, that's it. Terminus weapon, terminus sigils might go away. So you can just like put more basic skills, and then you want to do your synthesis to flip, to put the Fatebreaker on the bottom, your celestials, you want to put those on the bottom. It's just the echoes and war elemental that you can't put on the bottom. So basically you're stuck with 3 attack. You're always going to be stuck with 3 attack sigils, which is fine. You just have to work around whatever free slots you have. I don't know if you're using all of your awakened your awakening sigils or your warpath sigils. I'm not too familiar with other characters and what they need. All I know is Percival and Vayne. So yeah, that's really up to you on how you guys want to build that, but hopefully this helps a little bit. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you like this, if this was helpful to you, please subscribe, follow, and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you. Bye.